this is the I'm telling you, this is the usual. This is the summertime usual. You got to be able to do it. You just got to have a bunch of colors. You don't have most people do just the white tee. This is it. I just throw color, and this is the
I got the black tee with a bunch of cat hair on it right now. Let's go.
man. You and these damn cats, man. And my
Hey.
wife's sitting up here talking about trying to get a pet, and she's always had cats.
And you ain't got one yet?
I'm not for that, and it's not about to happen.
You're live.
The brakes is on it. I put the brakes on it.
Yeah. What the hell's wrong with you? You're gonna need one of those emotional support cats.
Oh,
homie.
yo, man. Yo,
You're gonna need one of those emotional support cats, man. They ain't all that bad.
I really might though. That's the problem. I really might though.
What's been going on with you? I know you haven't been out on the golf course. By the way, I'm about ready. I'm about ready to go hit the links again on Friday.
Man, good. Well,
Hopefully I remember sunscreen, because check this out. Ooh, looking a little shiny.
Oh boy, that's gonna
Burned my bald ass head yesterday at a memorial from my boys pops. But yeah,
man.
It was one of those days. But yeah, got a little color on that bald ass head of mine. But
what the courses look like over there? That's cool.
Hey, they're about 197 degrees outside. But yeah,
That's
I don't know. I haven't played the one we're gonna play on. When we're gonna play on Friday. If I played there, I haven't played there in 20 years, so it'll be fun. Either way, everybody knows I'm shit. So except for my putting game, I'm the best putter in the world. So hopefully I can replicate a couple good shots from the Hindu golf tournament that I had going, and be back in the business, baby.
Well,
looking forward to it.
You don't have scratch golfer aspirations at the moment, so I see what's going on.
Not yet.
So it's all good. Yeah, I mean, so. Yeah, man,
what's going down with you, homie? What's been going on in the homie household?
The homie household? You talking about the medical facility? You know what I'm saying? The anonymous PUP homie is in full effect, because I am physically unable to perform, bro. Man, this is wild. The story just keeps getting wilder and wilder. I'm telling you, if you wrote this like it was a sitcom, it would be completely believable and probably funny, because this shit's so wild. It just escalate. Everything is just escalated, bro. And I'm telling you, man, in the last what have you, man, I'm telling you, walking is become a chore, bro. And we talked offline about me wilding out and saying, man, I need to get me one of those Louisville Slugger that are made into a cane. I need that in my life, because that's so pimp. That's hard.
Quit playing. Get it, homie.
Man, those been around forever. That's hard as a showpiece. I couldn't do that in public, though. That's too showy, bro. That's way too look at me, man.
You ain't gonna have a choice, big dog.
I know, but I need some. But hey, I got something. Hey, I need something that is state of the art, scientific, space age polymer plastic, like the lightest, most durable. There's not no hurricane type situation I'm working with, because I can't be doing that because of the stigma and geriatric stigmas that go along with hurricanes. But yeah, I got something that is ergonomic for my hand when I hold it. Because me using the old softball bat to get around the house wasn't cutting it. I have to own this. I realize I got to own this, bro. There's nothing else for me to do except for own this. I'm on the shelf. I'm on the IR. I am worse than Kyrie, not Kyrie.
Are you on load management too?
It's me and Kawhi Leonard, man, except for I'm really injured, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been gone for 2 years gone. Me and Kawhi Leonard been doing the same thing. 2 years gone out of the game, man, and I haven't been able to do a thing. It's rough for the ego. I'll tell you that a lot. As a man, to be able to do damn near nothing, okay, it's a tough one. But lucky, I am always, a smile with the situation. You can't get down about none of this stuff, man. That's wild, man. And you take every step, for whatever God give you, man. And hopefully that's a solid foundation, man. And you laugh about it, try to still have some fun, man. And hopefully these doctors went to school long enough to be able to come up with something that might work. And I think it might involve a surgery. So we're going to have to see what's up. I got to get the Bo Jackson, man. That basically. So everybody didn't know what's up, man. I feel like Bo Jackson, man. I went out there. I was an A-star, you know what I mean? And I got my career cut short by injury. You know what I'm saying? My career is cut short by injury.
I've been thinking about this, homie. I've been thinking about some.
I don't even know if I would be first ballot.
I was thinking about some homie practices that you could get into. You could get one of those big horse troughs and buy an ice cooler, have it loaded up with ice every day. You got the ice bath. You could do the ice bath in the trough in the backyard. You know, just sit out there. You know, get the ice trough. Also, you could do the cryogenic chamber or whatever. Could do that as well. And then you could also do the surgery if that's what it boils down to.
I don't look, if I have to have whatever they tell me I have to have in order to be mobile. I mean, because look, you remember the old school show that your boy Dion Prime had back in the day when it was like a reality show back in the day. You remember that? All right. Yeah, remember he used to drive around his house, inside the house, in a golf cart?
Yeah.
When I saw that back in the day, I was like, I want that. I want that. Now that I'm really close to that, I don't want that. I don't want that.
You don't want the little scooter or the golf cart on your yard rolling around from car to door.
I don't want the chair that's attached to the stairs like in a creepy old mansion. I don't want none of that, man. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to, you know what I'm saying? If I need a little something for the meantime, whatever, that's cool. But they got to find something because old dude told me. Now, this dude was literally like Dr. James Andrews. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? If I use the sports analogy, because that's what we do around here, right? So I go to Dr. James Andrews, okay, the other day, and he tells me, you know what? Stem cells and HGH, you're already way past that. Nothing I could do for you. He was like, now there's the Bo Jackson. All right. And there's some umbilical cord, something that they do. I don't believe in that at all. Yeah, apparently they take something from an umbilical cord from somewhere, but I don't believe in that at all. I don't trust that. He goes, but there is the blood spinning thing. And I'm going, hey, this dude is talking about recommending I get the Kobe Bryant and Dirk Nowitzki, where they withdraw your blood and they spin it and they do something. This is some technology that's been around for a while, but it was like outlawed here at the time. And Kobe and Dirk went to Europe to go get it done.
Right. And then all the football players do that for their knee surgeries. Yep.
Exactly. So he said, then there's that, but I don't know. So this is where I'm at right now. So there is, if you looked at the imaging, there's deterioration in there. So like certified. So I'm really on the IL. So much so I got
PUP homie.
Yeah, so much so, you know what I'm saying? The anonymous PUP homie, 5 years of VIP parking, certified. Parking ladies, police, trying to sweat me, parking in odd spots. No, I get VIP and you can eat it, dog. You know what I'm saying? I got placards to prove it, dog. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. So when you hit up the EQC, you got that front row parking to roll in real quick, make some wagers, and then roll back out.
Yeah, but see, all the old people gonna beat you to it though. Old people, they don't play.
That's because they're there all day, homie.
They're early. Yeah, they're early.
They're early.
You can't beat them.
You better start regimenting your schedule, so you can acclimate that parking pass a little bit more. Hey, so you check out. I know a little bit of talk on the streets have been the Little League World Series, especially especially up in your neck in the woods. Because the Bonnie Lake team, from Bonnie Lake, Washington, made it out of the regionals to the Little League World Series, baby, which should start. I think it's August 11th. August 19th. Actually, I think it's not 19th. Damn it, I got my dates confused.
That's cool.
I'm pretty sure it's the 19th. I think it's next Thursday. Yeah. But anyways, the play on the field, how they advanced to the Little League World Series was a ball that was hit down the third baseline, called foul, called foul by the third base umpire, and the third base coach is like running his guy, go, because there's a guy on second, go.
Yeah.
And then scored in the bottom of the sixth to win. And then they went to replay, which could you imagine if there wasn't replay 5 years ago that everything's going to replay, what would have happened? It would have been a debacle. Well, it still was a debacle.
Well, you the one like human interaction. You enjoy this human screwing up.
I do. And so that's part of my judgment here. So in my opinion, congrats to them, first of all. And the human part of the game, no replay, umpire calls it foul.
Mm-hmm.
The only person that can override that call could be the home plate umpire.
Okay.
However, I don't believe that it's his call once it goes past the third base bag. So if it goes back past the third base bag, then it is the third base umpire's call, and he called it foul. But they went to replay, and then when the replay saw it, they called it fair because it was a fair ball, went over the bag at third base, so it's a fair ball.
Yeah, it should be.
So that's my take on it. But shout out to them. Caused mass confusion for the Washington team to get through to the Little League World Series. But shout out to them. They're going to the Little League World Series.
You know me, I get in with Little League every year because Washington, we've kept a couple of teams. I remember the team from the Alderwood area went not too long ago. But yeah, of course I saw that, man. I didn't know that Bonnie Lake team had advanced because I missed that. But of course, because remember I was sitting up here telling you, I go offline, I says, hey, how come you didn't tell me there was a team of Pasco right there? We haven't talked about this. What's going on? Because I'm looking at a screen and their jerseys, like I texted to you, is PASEO, not CO. Paseo instead of Pasco. This whole time I'm thinking he got a Little League team popping out there, and they didn't. But yeah, of course I've been on it. But at my story, man, about the Little League, of course, did you see the beanie? Yeah,
I did.
I know you saw the beanie, man.
Yeah,
and
the kid got hit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the way around. All the emotions are all over the place in that situation. You love what Little League is for what exactly it is. It's the breadbasket of, your sports fandom and your participation in sports. It's good sportsmanship, man. It's, emotions of sadness and all of this, and everybody played it, right? The picture, I think it was from Pearland, Texas, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but anyway, it was a picture. He beans the kid goes down for a good period of time.
In the head,
my good point. Eventually gets his life together, gets to first base, man, and the pitcher cracks, starts to cry, right? And he can't compose himself. His guys go out there, the infielders go out there to the mound, and then guess who goes out there? The guy who beamed him to come out to the mound to hug the kid, tell him it's all right, you beamed me, but let me catch you on the streets. I'm giving you a 2-piece and a biscuit, but for right now, we're on ESPN. I'm not even going to do you dirty because my parents trained me better than that, okay? But don't let me see you later on these streets. It's going to be like Cobra Kai out here.
Right. And so I thought, I was wondering where you're going to go with that, because in my competitiveness,
right,
I would not want.
You want them to fight. You want to see some 12-year-olds fight.
I don't want. No, that's different. I don't want the kids going out there causing UFC, right? However, at the same time, you could have
mixed martial arts.
You don't stop the game to do that. However, kudos to the kid for having good sportsmanship, because we don't want him rolling through the streets causing a ruckus 2 years from now when he's not playing, if he's not playing Little League, that he was the kid who got beat in the head, and now he says, you know what, I'm in the streets, causing madness. not showing the love, the empathy that the whole world needs right now.
You want old boy to charge them out. You want a 12? You want to see a 12?
No. I'm saying I'm on his side in the competitive regional Little League World Series environment.
I see it.
I'm with him. So
yeah,
kudos to the kid. Shout out to him, wherever he was from. I forgot, didn't get that part of it, but
yeah, I forgot. Man.
I'm down with that. And you can't hate on these kids. Like I said, would you rather them show love and empathy now when they're in a competitive environment, like all sports do for kids? Show that competitive wins, loss, win like a champion, lose like a champion stuff, right?
Yeah,
good for them. Because if they wouldn't show that, not that all of them do, but in that moment, could be worse. In a few years from now, his parents could be like, well, I should have coached him better. I should have did other things better. It could be a whole new ball game a few years from now.
Yeah. There's a whole opposite side of this too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it could be the kid who's just a poor sportsman because he shows up everybody. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're the pitcher that shows up everybody. Or you're the, you know what I'm saying? You're Mr. 12-year-old backflip. You know what I'm saying? you're
flipping. Yeah, and these kids can hit some balls right now too. So I don't know if you've seen any of those, man. They're out there fired up. But let's close it out real quick on this, and then we'll get to the some other intro topics here. Got to give a shout out to Bill Russell, as we talked about last week. Also, the NBA finally decided to retire his number 6 jersey. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad they're doing that.
League wide,
retired all through. I have one question for you, though, homie.
Go ahead,
homie. Though,
go ahead.
You can elaborate on this if you want.
Go ahead.
What's your boy LeBron gonna do?
Okay,
with his number 6.
Everybody. He's getting the Mariano Rivera treatment. Okay,
already.
So here you go. It's the same situation. There's only 5. Lou Williams and LeBron's the only notable guy. And then Lou Williams, and then a couple of names, but who cares, right? Hey, shout out to the NBA, right, for giving themselves or giving Bill Russell first the Jackie Robinson treatment. Put a jersey up there and call it a day for an icon, socially, athletically. You know what I'm saying? In all different ways, meant a lot to a whole bunch of different people. And a lot, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, whatever side you on with that. Well, a great dude. And if I look at that sport, he was there before Wilt Chamberlain, but after George Mikan, you ain't going to do it to George Mikan in the 99. You have to do it for Bill Russell, who is the ultimate champion. He's, you know what I'm saying? In that right, it wouldn't be Jordan's you would do that with. It is Bill Russell's you do that with. If you change the logo to Jordan, nobody would bat an eye. But if you change the logo to Bill Russell, everybody go, what y'all tripping? This league-wide number situation and the commemoration of what he did, man, that's big because it puts him on a level with Jackie Robinson. And if you don't know why, that gives people a chance to go find out. Right? When you go to arena, why can't nobody wear the 6? That creates that conversation, and that's a beautiful thing.
There's one thing that bothers me about this, though, homie, is that we discussed his passing last week, and now all of a sudden they're going to retire his number now after that. Yeah. And they already knew he was, how it goes. You already knew how old he was, and he was already going on the downhill.
Yeah.
Do that shit before the dude passes away. I mean, for his family, for all that, it still lives on. For him, maybe that was one thing he really would have enjoyed. So congrats that they're doing it.
Yeah.
But come on, NBA, you fucking up again.
I don't know. I think you jumping the gun on this one because you do have to remember that the NBA Finals MVP award is named the Bill Russell Award. They did do that a couple years back, so he did get his flowers. Shout out to the NBA for that. Don't jump the gun too hard. You know what I'm saying? But I feel what you're saying. But hey, I don't think they jumped off the porch with that one too big because I think that's a good call. They had just did that, and they recently changed the Eastern Conference Finals MVP is a trophy now that they never had, so they could put Magic's name on it. and put Larry Bird's name on the other one.
They got the all-star one with
the
Kobe.
All-star one with Kobe. So they're starting to, set these icons so you know who they are moving forward. I guess in the same route that hockey did with those names. But you still want to call the Conn Smythe the MVP trophy. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing.
All right, well let's get into it. We've been rambling on here for a minute with our cold open, but that's just how we do.
Oh, let's do a show then.
This is just the start of the show. We got the rest of the show to go, and we got long-winded. We're a little long-winded sometimes. So hey, if you haven't noticed, we are the audio version of Sidney Dean and Billy Hoyle. Shout out White Man Can't Jump.
Hey,
welcome to the Sports Fix with Sticks and Nos Big Homie
in the house. Had to take a drink though.
Remember to subscribe, rate, and review on whatever podcast platform you listen to. Go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. You got these shirts right here. About time you get some of these. It's hot as hell out here. You get a little tank or sleeveless, or I know how homie does it in the summer. He wants a crew neck sweatshirt or whatever. Check us out on YouTube, Sports Fix with Sticks. Subscribe and smash that like button, baby. Follow us on Twitter and join the conversation. Follow me at Sticks015. Follow this guy, Anas Big Homie at homie_anonymous. Use that hashtag Sticks in Sports for all content and follow that. And before we get into the next, homie, you might want to check your Twitter. I think you got about 47 notifications sitting there from me. Still.
Well, let's go, man. You said you wanted to do a show, so let's do a show, man.
Hey, we might want to do that. We can do that.
Well, let's go. Look, hey, man, on today's episode, man, what we're going to do is we're going to go around the NFL. Shoot, let's catch up on all of these stories. Everything that's going on, training camp, and plus you got a little bit of preseason week 1 action. You might see some names in uniform. Maybe there's some stuff to talk about with that. And then let's hit this Major League Baseball, man. There's the races. Shoot, we got 50-something games left. 52.
Coming down to the wire, baby.
Yeah, man. So we got some races developing. We got some storylines developing, man. We're going to keep everything wrapped up, man. But as we always love to do, let's jump off, let's jump in, and let's jump on it. First, we're going to talk about a couple of amazing, incredible, icon women in sports.
All right, homie, let's do it. The jump off right now, as homie just referenced, is women in sports. Okay. I don't think these two women, and we actually gave these two women credit in 2020.
Been doing it.
And we've always talked about this. We had a bracket talking about the greatest athletes of all time. And these two women, Serena Williams and Sue Bird, are your women in sports this year, but also the two of the greatest to ever do it their profession, right?
Yes, sir. So, making announcements.
They're gonna run off into the sunset this year, retiring at the end of the year. Sue Bird.
We think.
So far,
I think with Sue Bird, I think it was pretty safe to say. Because I think she said, you know what, there's some young players out here. Basketball is something else. 40-year-old basketball player we've already seen. That is a tough thing to do. LeBron is about to come up on that next. It's just going to be a tough thing to do for anybody, men's or women's hoops. And so I think hers is for sure. It was great for me to see because I did catch that game on TV. Beautiful, man. Seattle, man, shout out to y'all, okay? Showing up, setting arena record. You know what I'm saying? The arena's only been back open for the hockey season and events, okay? Setting event attendance record for Climate Pledge. Shout out to y'all, Seattle, because you had to give it up for Sue Bird, okay? We had the experience with Lauren Jackson. You guys already showed GP and the glove, the love, Junior cemented. Ichiro, I would say, cemented. Okay. So the hockey team's got to build their legacy and keep it going and things like that. I'm not even going to get into the, I'm saying the football guys, because I don't know if we have a real cemented person yet with football, and everybody knows, Seattle knows how that goes. But yeah, man, Sue Bird had to get this level of turnout for this. If they didn't get it for this, I'm telling you, I would be tongue lashing Seattle sports fandom for the rest of my life if they didn't give Sue Bird these damn flowers and show the hell out. And it was beautiful to see, because that arena on TV looks good. I wish they did something with the lighting. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a little bit too bright. But nevertheless, the event was live on TV. I mean, live in terms of it was popping. And right. I thought it was beautiful all around the sea, man. And so what's your situation with the Seattle Tide? Because I mean, it's 20 years. I've been here the whole time too, so I can speak on it.
Right. I'm saying, I mean, you want to talk about Seattle icons, right? Like you referenced, and I'm glad you brought that up. You brought Edgar, Griffey.
Edgar. I missed that.
Edgar, Griffey, Ichiro for baseball. Then you have, the soccer ones. You got Stephen Fry, and then Rui Diaz right now. You got those guys for the Sounders. You have, multiple, I guess, if you're looking at Seahawks, you could maybe do Matt Hasselbeck, and you could maybe do Russell now,
Sean
right
Alexander.
now, right?
Don't sleep on Sean
Alexander. You could do those guys, right? You could do Legion of Boom all together.
Yeah.
However, you got Sue Bird, who was drafted into the
Tupu.
You got Lofa. I like Lofa. Lofa's the dude, man.
He had a time. Go ahead.
But you got, Sue Bird, who was drafted by the Seattle Storm, played her entire career there.
Yes, sir.
Came from New York, where she was the high school basketball player of the year.
She won
4 NBA championships in 5 decades or whatever that is. 4 decades.
Seattle Hoops was winning titles
in Seattle. 5 Olympic gold medals. And then she's also went to UConn. We all know how UConn's done. I think her record in UConn was like 114-3 or 4 or something like that.
Don Gino.
2 NCAA championships there. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So
she did it all.
Shout out to her. And then they're going into the playoffs in her final season. And they got the home court advantage in the playoffs. So they open on as the number 4 seed, and they play at home on August 18th and August 21st. Yeah, so y'all over there in Seattle, go show them some support and some love, and go check it out. Shout out to her.
So, always has been one of my adopted teams, because I didn't have any affinity for LA Sparks or nothing like that. So when I came up here, and it was, Lauren Jackson for the jump, and then Sue Bird and Lauren Jackson, and then they was just popping titles, man. I've just been following them from day one, and I think they got a good one with Stewart and Lloyd, and they're a fun watch. I'm rooting for them in the playoffs, and it's a beautiful career, man. I've been up here the whole time. I've seen it all, done it all. You know what I'm saying? But there's somebody else, Serena, she done been there, done it all, and she's saying, is she saying she's tying it up? Because I mean, she's using some soft kind of terminologies with this whole.
Well, we'll give her a little bit of love, saying she is. I mean, how do you not after that career, though?
You want to evolve away from tennis? Come on, another one. You're about to hit that age threshold. There's not a lot left. You know what she's trying to do? Here it is. It just came to me right now. This is freestyle. She's trying to bust the Tiger Woods. She just wants to go and play the one she wants to go play. So she's just saying, don't look for me. Because she's in the same, look at this another similarity just came to me. Tiger was on the verge of getting the number of majors, the record. Just his name on the top. So is Serena. They're both at the end. They want to try to pick and choose, and maybe they can hit. You know what I'm saying? In the twilight before the curtains come down. That's a nice one I just came up with.
Well, I kind of see that, but then again, I look at it as how'd that work out for Tiger? I mean,
It's not going to.
He's still chasing, right?
She's going to be the number 100 something player in the world. Nobody's going to be scared of her.
Right, exactly. And you're not getting all those tournaments in, and you're not playing as much, so your game's not on top of the game. But then again, I don't fault her for, taking a step back if that is what she's going to do, and just, hey, we're going to play here and here, because it's probably her leisure, her hobby. It's really her hobby at this point, right? After all these being number one ranked for 319 weeks in a row and 23 grand slams, and what do they call it now? Don't they call it the Serena
Slam?
Yeah. Winning all those the championships in a row, those 4, gold medals, different accolades on different surfaces, hard clay and grass. I mean, she's hit it all, right? Like, she's done it all. Her and her sister Venus have 14 titles just in doubles.
Young Compton made it good.
Yeah. So, shout out to them. Shout out to both of them. Shout out to Sue Bird, Seattle Storm, and Serena Williams in tennis.
Yeah, I mean, I dig the how she went about it, and she tried to make it seem like, because she mentioned Tom Brady's name, like, y'all should be able to look for me in that same way, like that. Reality is, the reason, when you're saying you still want to build a family, we got to take a year off to have a child, and then how long is it going to jump back into shape at 40 plus? Right, it's gonna be tough, baby girl. I'm telling you this right damn now. We got a lot of ties. We're like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon from Compton, the whole 9, the same park. That was the point that was on the damn movie that everybody done damn saw. Okay, with your dad pulling up with the damn shopping cart full of tennis balls, was down the street from my granddaddy house. So played at that park all the damn time. So, man, shout out to them, the whole ride of Venus and Serena. It's like Shaq and Kobe. It's 2 names that go together. But, Serena, she took it from her big sister and ran with it, man. Ran with it, something heavy, man. But shoot, man, you got anything else on the 2 ladies, man? I think that's a good warm up.
I'm just mad respect to both of them. We had to give them more love than we already give women in sports. We've acclimated for them for a long time, so had to give Sue Bird and Serena their shout out, because I think this was a perfect time to do it. They just kind of announced it within the last week, and that's what we do. We bring in those stories for y'all, and put in our 2 cents here and there. Might be worth a shit, but hey, it is what it is.
I've been caping for, women's sports for a minute. Shout out Title IX. Y'all get it. You know what I'm saying? But let's move along into some good heavyweight meat, and no vegetables around here. Starch, potatoes, bro. Meat and potatoes. We got to get into it. What's going on? NFL training camp preseason week 1.
Nothing. Not a whole lot. You ain't seeing no starters. Actually, I guess yesterday you saw a couple starters. Today you saw some starters. But it's training camp, dog. Like you referenced to 2 weeks ago. Yeah. It's training camp.
Yeah.
The hell are we looking for in training camp?
Well, you got Instagram and TikToks of Tua throwing bombs to Tyreek like he's Patrick Mahomes. I mean, you're not enthused by any of it. Are you not entertained?
Are you not I'm entertained. I'm entertained that Tua is going to be a good conversation in our picks for our NFL preseason picks here in a couple of weeks that we need to get down on.
Yeah, what you want to do? Do you want to, for the people, you want to do like you want to do a couple lists, or you want to do no list? Do you want to do a top 10 quarterbacks list, or do you want? I mean, we want to, because
let's ask them. Have them hit us up. Use that hashtag Sticks and Sports. Let us know what kind of lists you want. I know we're already going to do the homies top 10 every week. Homies top 10 teams every week. We could do a preseason.
That's what I'm saying.
Top 5, top 10 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Now that there's been some moves going on, and then there's uncertainty, but I think we need to wait for that until.
Well, just judging on
week 3,
because it's a preseason one, so it's basically just judging on Matt Ryan being in a new situation. You know what I'm saying? You know he's gonna start. So it's just judging, okay, you plug him into that situation, not seeing any games. I mean, you know, you looked at
So what do you got right
I
now?
got a top 10. You know, I got one. You want
Let me
one?
hear it.
All right, this ain't quarterbacks. This is just top 10 teams.
Right now off the jump without seeing diddly squat.
Anonymous Army just scribbled down some, you know what I'm saying, the top 10. Preseason top 10. Now, this was before week 1. All right, coming in at number 10, who I am not comfortable with at all, but I got it. This is just where they fell. Your Arizona Cardinals, for y'all that are in Arizona. Number 9, the Green Bay Packers. You might think a little bit more of Green Bay, but probably because you have a good memory. You're thinking of old stuff. You don't have no weapons there. So that's a big question. It
doesn't matter. Yes, they have Aaron Rodgers.
That's what I'm saying. Well, with that, I'm going off of what I know. Number 8, you can't deny this team right there. I was just in the city of sin, the 702, Las Vegas Raiders, number 8. Way too many weapons in Las Vegas for them to that. We don't know what's going on with the division and all that, but still, Vegas. Number 7, Tampa Bay. Pretty much the same weapons, minus a couple things. They got to work out some kinks. We don't know what it is. It's Tom Brady. He's over 40. Enough said. Number 6. Oh, it disgusts me to say this damn shit. The hated 49ers at number 6. You got to put them there. Got to give them show respect. Number 5, Dallas Cowboys. Number 4. Okay, you know they gonna make the list because they was just in the Super Bowl, baby. Cincinnati Bengals. Way too many weapons, man. Now we got to see how it all turns out because they got the whole package and they're building. That offensive line shows anything. Hey, watch out. Number 3, you can't sleep on the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, I mean they ain't number 1 no more, but they top 3. Number 2, giddy up, Gallup, Buffalo Bills. They got something moving on there. It's a lot of hype. I just need to see it because they was the number 2, 3 team all last year in my power ranking. Number 1, your world champion. Whose house? Rams house. In order to be the man, you have to beat the man. So therefore, preseason rankings, again, I just scribbled through a little something together to give me a little something to nibble off of to kind of get my brains going and see where, because I don't know anything about the Broncos that I have the 14th ranked team in the NFL. I just know that it's a lot of uncertainty there. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch preseason and maybe we'll get a couple questions answered. Now, it ain't going to be from preseason game 1 because we know how that was. Patrick Mahomes gently went down there, threw a touchdown, and grabbed a clipboard. Well, actually, he ain't grabbed a damn thing. He grabbed a damn earpiece and just stood there.
Yeah.
That's it. So how much are we really going to see? But I'll tell you what we did see. We saw the beginning of the end of Ryan Tannehill. G, I'm telling you, it's going to be over in a minute because you see this boy Malik Willis. Everybody don't forgot. Hey, Liberty. What round draft pick? See, we professional. We supposed to have my producer is off today.
Producer's off. Can't give us that insight.
He was drafted this past year. It was a lot of hype, talk of coming to Seattle because of the need there. Oh, is Seattle gonna feel like ass if this boy come out and steal Ryan Tannehill job, man? He looked like Aaron McNair out there, man. Look, Tennessee Titans, Aaron McNair.
A young Thunder kitten at the helm with that offense. You know, you got Derrick Henry as your safety valve there. You got a decent defense going into the new season. Could be interesting to see. Like you said, Tannehill will get the nod in the beginning, but they got a quality backup there. Did you see the Ravens? Like we talked about this the last 2 years, dog. The last 2 years we've talked about this.
How come we weren't on this?
I don't know, because we're big dummies. We were trying to stay away. We're out there chasing that MLB money, baby.
That's all I do. That's all I do.
We chasing that MLB money right now. Ravens 21 straight wins in preseason.
Man.
What do we do with that? Not a damn thing, because it's not the regular season.
And that's how it turns out for him every time. And the first thing that they say is, "Oh, see, look, okay, so look at, see, look, yeah." And then they come out hot the first couple games, which they tend to do. Last year was just so tough for the Ravens, though. They just got shit on with injuries right off rip. They like lost like whole position rooms last season. They lost their whole D-back room first, I think.
In the running backs, right?
Yeah, or maybe it was the running backs first, one or the other. But yeah, they lost Marcus Peters, and I think they lost the safety. So they lost some D-backs, and then they got wiped out with the running backs. So yeah, I just don't. Where do I have them at? Yeah, I have them at 17. They're like just a shade below average.
I want to
get back.
Know what I want to get back to your list here in a second. I got a couple teams that I'd replace a couple teams with.
You got one now? Okay.
Yeah, but I just want to finish. Let's finish up real quick with anything else you got on NFL, and then we'll talk about a couple teams. Did you see your boy Zach Wilson though? Zach Wilson from the Jets.
He'll be back. Got hurt. He'll be back, man.
Yeah,
he'll put a knee brace.
You freaking follow Twitter, and it's like torn ACL out for the year, like 3 minutes after he gets hurt, right? Like, come on, dude. You guys aren't fucking doctors. Who's fucking giving you this information? Nobody. Exactly. And it's all this BS. So, yeah, hopefully he's back, because I mean, the Mills Chaser needs to have something to lean off of going into that the off season, brother.
Yeah,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
What does this tell people, though? This whole situation again brings up the mixed message of, if I'm the quarterback and I throw an interception, do I go back on defense to prevent the pick six? Because this continues to happen where quarterbacks get hurt in this situation. So here's another example. I really don't know. That's wild, but yeah, man. I think that's. I mean, NFL. I don't know. Dude, I mean, the Rams house, man. It's a little bit of murmur around here. ESPN did a thing. It was a story, and I think I saw it on the app. And I think it was a written piece. Sean McVay, mental awareness or something. So I read the thing, and I'm going, okay, I know he's got some things. Dude, this dude might not want to coach, bro. I mean, I think he just understands that you got to be Bill Belichick or nothing if you want to be the greatest. You know what I'm saying? You did you see the Bill Walsh one? Bill Walsh had to leave. He was going to damn kill himself, bro. I mean,
right. I mean, how old's McVay? Like 37 years old or something right now?
Yeah.
I mean, do you really? Does anybody like you just referenced to Bill Belichick? Does this dude McVay have the same mental capacity that Bill Belichick has? You got to remember.
I don't think he does. Anybody younger than us don't.
Exactly. That's exactly a good point. That's exactly where I was going. That's why we think alike, big homie.
No shots, McVay. No shots.
No shots. The dude doesn't need to coach for 45 years to be an all-time great and all that. Coach for however many more years you want. Go live your freaking life, dog.
Look what John Gruden did the first time. He snatched up that ring and was like, peace. I came, I saw, I conquered, and was young and was getting money and all kind of revenue streams on TV in different manners. And that's what you're supposed to do. If that's what you feel like, man, it's unfortunate because he seems like, I'm telling you, it just seems like if you could make a goof oh my God, one game away from being a champion and then about to win another playoff game with Goof and knowing his limitations. Now, Jared Goff has grown quite a bit, and I'm still rooting for him because anybody that gets drafted for one of my hometown teams, when you work out your first contract with us, I ride for you. Shout out Nick Van Exel. Shout out Eddie Jones. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Mike Piazza. People who was down from day one. Those kind of players. I love those guys. So I do, root for Goff, and I hope that he's got a good coach out there. Maybe he'll make him, feed him some more kneecaps and get him fired up this year.
It's funny you say that because it's where I want to go. I want to go with you. You just referenced your top 10.
Okay.
Couple that I don't agree with. And I'm not saying in any order. I'm just saying in the order.
Man, you ain't got to preface.
Let's close this out with real quick. Then we'll get on to some other MLB. But
it's preseason.
Arizona and Dallas and KC and San Francisco. Those 4 I would take out of the top 10.
Word. Okay, for who? Arizona.
Well, I'm not necessarily saying these teams. Arizona.
Who would you take out of Arizona?
Well, no, they would move around. They would move out of your list. Arizona would definitely move out of your top 10. Okay. San Francisco would definitely move out of your top 10. And Dallas would definitely move out of your top 10.
What?
Those 3 would move out of your top 10. And KC could be in those top 10 just because of give Mahomes the benefit of the doubt, right? Okay.
All right.
However,
what you got?
You forgot about the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert and their signings that they got this week.
Number 12 team in the league.
Top 10. You got to give Miami their due. Little sleeper idea here. I'd probably throw them in there in the top 10.
Above average team.
And the other 3, I'm not sure where I would put them. However, they are on the brink of could be in the top 10.
There's a whole lot of talking for
Jacksonville.
The Jacksonville offense at number 10.
Jacksonville offense. They got ETN coming back. They got they still have Trevor Lawrence. They got a new head coach that is solid. Minnesota. And then if you haven't watched HBO Hard Knocks, you haven't bought into the hype of Detroit yet. I'm buying into the hype of Detroit, even though they gave up the game last night. See, you playing now, dog. You playing. Why are you playing right now? You ain't that old to know that these are going to be on the hot list.
The hell are you saying?
Hot topic.
Huh?
Those are just teams I'm throwing out there right now that you got to jump with.
Fuck my damn body up with this damn bullshit you just said. Man, I'm telling you, I'm about to be the old dude on the lawn. What the hell did you just say?
I said Miami and the Los Angeles Chargers. And I also referenced.
No, you said Jacksonville Jaguars in the top 10.
No, wait, you got to listen. I said Miami and Los Angeles Chargers, and you have to be aware of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Detroit Lions. This is for a later conversation. I just wanted to throw that out there for you to get your mind rolling a little bit, homie, and get you thinking on the right path.
Y'all notice he
may be a little
10, though.
broken.
He didn't give a top 10.
But you need to get your fucking mind right.
He just threw a grenade into the room and walked off smiling. That's what
hell yeah.
He just said, don't fall for this damn shit. You think he believes
you'll hear all about it in a couple weeks when we go through the NFL season. And we get with that NFL.
Don't believe that damn shit at all.
Hey, I might not believe it now, but I may really believe it in a couple weeks when I'm selling you on it, brah.
But hey, look,
selling you on it when I get my research done. In progress. Man, research is in progress. Joker. We got a full preseason to watch.
Sales Joker.
Research is in progress.
You better, I'm telling you, your script better be tight, written by
it will be. You know how
Jordan Belfort and the Wolf of Wall Street, damn it. If you're gonna try to get me to invest in any of this bullshit you spitting talking about Jacksonville top 10.
You know how we do our NFL. You know how we do our NFL picks, bro. We get it all up in there, man. And we'll get Jones. Shout out Aaron Jones in Vegas. We'll get Rudy. Shout out Rudy up in there in the DC area and his Cleveland Browns. Jones and his Broncos. We'll get Barcott and his, haterism on there. We'll get it.
Shout out to the producer. Man, fantasy football, man. I'm signing up. Hey, I don't know if we want to talk about the logistics of our situation out here. Who commissioning? You?
Yeah, me, fool.
All right, man. Hey, watch them rules, man. Because I know you.
What do you mean? You fucking have a problem with them last year?
You just be scrolling through shit too fast.
No, I set
bum ass settings.
No, they're all set up. They're set up the same way I've done another league in for 11 years.
No, you did some shit one time, and we ain't had no flex. It was, yeah. No, come on, don't. Hey, this ain't
We
short term.
talk about this offline. We ain't talking
All
about
right.
this nonsense right now. You just hating because you almost
Man,
lost to a girl
all right,
and
look,
you lost
look,
to two other girls.
look. Let's move ahead, man.
All right, let's go.
Man. Hey, look, there is MLB that we should probably be discussing. So let's push it, man. Let's go, dude.
Let's go. What do you got?
Man, it's been a lot, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, shoot. Hey, you know how much we love to hear about any story that involves the homie Charlie Hustle. I gave last week. I talked about the Charlie Hustle story because it was a slight instead of a nickname that was chosen as like you did something good, and
Right.
He owned that situation, which is great. And all of a sudden, we just turn about. They are letting the big homie Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose, back into baseball arenas, and he can wear licensed gear apparently, which is cool because I want to see him back out here. I love that, man. Shoot, because he's a wild boy. He's a Howard Stern alumni, so I know that he's a wild boy. And this time was not to be missed. I'm trying to tell you. So he was out there. He had the old baby blues on with the burgundies, threw out a first pitch, and he got all of his situation going on, man. And you know how what normally happens. And of course, you go up into the booth because they want you to call an inning with them or something, man. A little
right.
small talk.
Let him talk, huh? Let him talk. Yeah. They let him out of the bag.
They did not know what they was getting into. Man, he says
did not have a PR person with him.
Yo, the network, and okay, so the dude says to him, whoever the main guy, the guy on the call, he says, "We do not have a delay. This is live." He tells them that. So, hustle, chill, relax,
think before you speak, bro.
Yes. So the dude goes into, oh yeah, you played with, I can't remember who it was, but you played with boo boo boo. And he says, oh yeah, this guy. So he just talked crazy all the time. This guy, one time I'm talking to the guy and he says, he says, I fouled off a couple and he came back at me, he fucking kept coming inside. And he says, and there's hit a home run off the guy. I told the guy he should never throw me a cock high fastball.
That's hilarious.
And he says this during the call of the game. So, and guess who's there? So you know what a baseball team on the call looks like. You've got like a Jack Buck type, a Joe Buck type, a Vin Scully type, and then you've got a former athlete. Who was the former athlete? Because they were in Philadelphia.
Johnny Kruk, baby.
Boom, Crucky. Crucky looks, I'm telling you, embarrassed, bro.
He's like, did you really just say that, bro?
Crucky used to be on Best Damn Sports Show, bro. And Pete Rose was like, got his little cheeks all rosy because he was like, oh, hey, look, we got a good job over here. I don't know why people do that, man. People talk. You're not responsible, Crucky, for what he said. It's Pete Rose, bro. You should be like Pete. Hey, word to everything, say the wildest story that ever happened to you in a clubhouse before on the air, right? Because, hey, I'm just Kruk. I'm just the color guy.
I think
not the colored guy. I'm the color guy. You know what I'm saying?
I think I like what you're saying because I think we're going to get into that here in a second about the say whatever you want on TV type thing. Remember that you said that because I think that ties into a couple other things that we need to talk about when we get into a couple other things.
You got anything on Pete?
Besides, I mean, what else? Anything other else wild that he said on there? That's the only thing I heard, and that's the only thing I saw.
Well, if you don't have nothing else on Pete, let me fish around real quick. Maybe I can find something else on Pete.
Pull up something.
Oh, the Pete list. There's the Pete.
Oh, there's a list.
So I didn't know. I mean, I'm being handed notes from the news desk.
I see that. I saw the little sticky note come over there with notes, plural. Well, what one did?
Oh my
What
God!
other thing would? What else could he have said that could be so bad that he's talking about cocks and high fastballs?
Look, you just let me back into a major league park. I just was able to put back on licensed apparel and without tripping. And I come back. Yeah, I said something wild on the broadcast, whatever. And they'll forget about that. Dude, you can't have a worse set of days. Then all of a sudden, there's something coming out about statutory rape. Apparently, a TMZ guy gets to asking Pete about, hey, what do you know about X? And blah, blah, blah. And it had something to do with him and underage situations. And he goes, I could paraphrase some of it, and then I could quote this. And he said, it was over 50 years ago, man. Or 50 years ago, dude.
That's all he has.
50 years ago, it was all good. It was all good just a week ago. You let Pete Rose into your ballpark. See what happens. Now he can come to the party. Okay, he can come to the basketball.
Oh, there's
party.
Many stories in there, I'm sure.
He can come to the shake joint. He can come anywhere with us, but don't let Pete Rose come to church. Don't let Pete Rose come to the family reunion. Well, he might fit in good with the uncles at the family reunion.
Man, this dude was wilding out on live TV. You let him back in for a game, and this is what happens. It took him how long to get back in to even get back into any MLB setting? And you're just he's just not all there, bro. Not all there. Shout out. I already called him. I already said that he should be in the Hall of Fame, right?
It goes without saying.
No doubt.
Without saying. However, if just for this story.
I mean, and now he's still getting questioned about the statutory stuff and all that. And, I still haven't looked into the whole situation on that. I've had a couple people hit me up on Twitter and Facebook about, well, this dude and this, and a little bit of rebuttal from the part of us saying that he should be in the Hall of Fame. What about this and that charge? Well, hey, that's wild, dude. It's all wild. Can't let this dude out of the house. That's why he's in Vegas chilling, signing autographs in his store there. So
Pete is a wild boy.
Dude, we got a few things to talk about here real quick, and we'll get into it. We'll try to fly through this as quick as possible.
Man, but how we Major do. League Baseball,
get talking. You could always pause it and come back the next day and check it out. You don't have to listen to the whole thing, but you don't want to miss anything that we're talking about, though.
No, you're gonna definitely
cannot miss. You cannot miss anything that we talk about, especially when we get to the topics that we got going on, because it's topic because we just talk about it
all day.
One thing I did notice in the last week was the Pirates player, the phone that fell out of his pocket.
So I didn't see this. I didn't look. I saw the headline after you sent it to me, and that was it. So lay it down on me.
How in the hell the Pittsburgh Pirates player? I should have got his name, but I was just like, the hell this? It's a Pittsburgh Pirates player. Or? Nobody knows about any Pittsburgh Pirate players, anyways, right? Can't name a single player on that team. He's not Andrew McCutchen anymore, or Barry Bonds or whatever, right? Yeah. Or Bobby Bonilla or whatever, right? They're not there no more. Nobody cares about the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yeah. This dude is sliding into third base, and his phone falls out of his back pocket. Gets up, doesn't even notice it.
Okay.
And the umpire actually points down and says, just points down, and he's like, oh, picks it up, right?
Okay.
Cut his ass. This dude does not want to be a professional. There's an MLB rule where you can't have your phones in the dugout, obviously, for certain reasons now that we've already gotten into the Houston Astros and all that bullshit, right? Okay. Can't have your phone in the dugout. It has to be in storage and in. Did we not just talk about the Houston Astros thing? Banging drums, sending messages.
Okay, for message purposes.
From cheating.
For Houston Astros purposes.
Probably, more than likely. Right. I don't know how long this rule's been in effect, but I mean, it was probably in effect before or after the smoking in the dugout was cut off, right? You
Mm,
know,
oh, yeah,
so I
yeah.
mean, it's been years. It's one of those MLB rules. It's in the rule book. You can't do it. Somehow, I
Hmm.
don't know if he's ever got fined or whatever happened to this dude, but
We're gonna have to
obviously he
circle
doesn't want to
back.
be professional. What is he worried about? Is he worried about his girlfriend stealing his phone, or his baby's mama, or his side piece stealing his phone in his dugout?
I don't
You
know
know,
that. I
what
mean,
the
'cause
hell? I don't understand.
I mean, it can be somebody because they're not allowing all types of public access into the clubhouse. I mean, why do you? The reason you would have your phone is if I am doing something nefarious. I'm either voice memoing somebody or I'm trying to video something. I can't be taking calls.
Was he going
I
to take
mean,
a picture out
unless
there on second base after he gets up there? And hey, this is my view from second base. He's going to pull out his phone. Someone's going to see it. I mean, what the
I
fuck
mean,
are you doing?
maybe it's something personal going on, a family situation. He's trying to stay in the loop, and he forgot and left it in his pocket, and he meant to have it just
Come
in the
on,
dugout.
dog. They got people for that shit, bruh. They got people for that shit. Quick question. Nah, I ain't
I
even.
know. I'm
Nah,
just
I ain't
trying
even
to.
trying to
Yeah,
debate that. No,
I'm
there
trying
ain't
to.
nothing to debate. A
I'm trying to
motherfucker,
help him
they're a
out.
professional
I'm trying to help him
baseball
out.
team. No, you ain't got nothing to go on that. Nah,
Yeah.
they got professional baseball team. Something happens to their family or
He
something's
don't
going
cut
on,
him though.
they'll
Come
be the
on,
first person coming in there.
he's not
You put
cutting
his ass back
him.
down to the AAA and say,
Okay,
"Hey, you
there
better
we go.
learn, bro.
Okay, there you go.
Better learn."
A little. What do they call that? When the self-imposed uh, suspension. The
Hey, he says,
team does it. Let's just let the team do it. The team does it first, so the league doesn't have to waste
"Right
time
there, you go.
jumping in. Self-imposed suspension for this guy for 10 games,
10 day
20
IL
games.
or
Yeah,
whatever."
yeah.
uh, Bro, I have to ask you. We got a couple. We'll get into the Tatis thing in a second, and then we'll get into the Judge thing in a second. However, have you caught up to the
Tatis
cap?
don't even get the headline. Y'all believe that?
Nah, because there's a lot to talk about with Tatis.
Little punk
Uh,
Buster.
have you caught up on the Captain episode 7 yet?
No, man, I didn't get there. So I was gonna say
Okay.
you could, man. I don't care. Spoiler alert, man. I still
Uh,
gonna have to see it anyway. It don't matter
all right. Well, I'm gonna give you a
because it
spoiler
already
for those who
happened.
don't want
It
to
already
listen.
happened in
Then
life. I was
whatever.
alive.
There's nothing real bad. Nothing real bad. This is just something that caught my attention. So obviously we're talking about the A-Rod and the Jeter beef
Original
again, right?
friendship and then beef,
Yeah, and
right?
all that, and how Jeter's getting older and he wants to, they talked about the Miami Marlins situation, how he stepped down
Oh, they
because
went
he's,
into that.
yeah, they went
Okay.
into that. So that's good. You need to check it out. It's actually pretty interesting and intriguing. He stepped away from them for the reasons that we all know. And
Mhm.
then he talks about, his loyalty, his respect, all this stuff, and being a family man and being an adult and all this, right? And he's referencing the A-Rod thing, and he said, talks about sitting down with A-Rod, quote unquote, one day, right? And
Mhm.
kind of not hashing it out, but like just talking and getting
Right.
to the bottom of things because he's getting
Since
older
we
and he
used
wants
to
to
be
do it,
cool.
right?
Right. Right.
So who are the Yankees? The Yankees and the Red Sox are playing this weekend.
Yes.
So on Sunday Night Baseball
Red
tomorrow,
Sox already
if you
won
guys
game
listen to
one.
this,
Yeah.
if you guys are listening to this on Saturday, which is today, or you're listening to tomorrow, Sunday Night Baseball, A-Rod and Jeter will be on ESPN2. I don't know the full details of it, but it sounds like it's almost like a Manning
A-Rod
cast type
cast.
thing. A-Rod
Yeah.
cast. There you go.
Yeah.
The A-Rod
Yeah.
cast that he does on Sunday
Yeah.
Night Baseball, right? So evidently
Yeah.
Jeter will be on there. How convenient that they set up the episode 7
Yeah.
being the one
Yeah.
before the Red
gotta do
Sox
something.
and Yankees.
Shout out to
Fucking-
Major League Baseball. Okay.
How wild is that?
Look, Derek
They could get
Jeter,
people to tune into the Red Sox and Yankees
there you
because
go.
the Red Sox are trash and the
Right.
Yankees are not doing good now, but they
Right.
were America's team going into this weekend. Well, before the All-Star break.
Right. And see, they can spin some of those old school tells of the who's your daddy, who's your poppy rivalry, right? And though in that generation, because both of them played on that team, being homies with Nomar for the first part of it, and then everything that went down with the Red Sox. That was one of the most heated rivalries in the early 2000s with those guys. And the hype is crazy because remember I said, dude, I'm telling you, every time they block one of these captain episodes, every commercial even has Derek Jeter in. So they've literally blocked, like they did for LeBron in that damn announcement, the whole hour for Derek Jeter. So they've programmed this show, like you said, it's a good call, hell of a shout out, to where they can get to this point in the captain story, right at where this series is, and then let's run a reunion type situation, and let's just see what happens.
Right, and so, they filmed that before, so it's like. So now it's interesting, and to me, intriguing to me.
But is it going to be filmed after, or is it just going to be like they're calling the game?
There's no way in hell. Well, no. I meant, is it filmed before? Like, they obviously did the documentary months ago.
You're right.
Put it out, right?
Right.
So have Jeter and A-Rod discussed their situation before
that this? They would definitely do.
And then now, is it going to come up? Is someone in the booth? Who's the other dude in the booth? It's
Shambi.
His name.
Boog Shambi.
Boog Shambi or whatever.
I don't know.
Is he gonna, whoever it is they gonna be like, hey, so have you guys hashed out your differences? And they'll be like,
you got to.
Oh yeah. And is it gonna be a whole inning of that, or is it just gonna be, because there's no way in hell it's just gonna be like A-Rod and Jeter the whole game with the other guy chilling, and they're just going on, and it's not gonna be brought up. Right. So this is a setup one way or another.
Shout out to Major League Baseball.
Ready to go into this situation. So anyways, stay tuned for that.
It's about time for them to get them writers in the room to wake them the hell up. Okay, baseball writers, I'm telling you, I peeked into the Major League Baseball writers office one time. Okay, when I was walking through the tunnels back in the day, this was Safeco. And they were like, oh yeah, this is where the writers are. So if you want to know, the little shenanigans that could happen in Major League Baseball, open the door. The dudes were in there with skeletons that was dead and it was cobwebs. They don't know how to write a good story. So this is a good one. Okay. Major League Baseball, even if it's just coincidence, it's beautiful. It's perfect. Okay. Just like we always talk about, different sports leagues seem like they're cooking it up. If they're not, great, because I don't want them to be. But if it just works out sometimes like this by pure coincidence, this is great. This is why sports is great right here for stuff like this, because that takes a lot of collaboration. That's ESPN, Major League Baseball, Derek Jeter, and A-Rod, and the color guy, and that's everybody involved in this thing. So people are
going to be tuned in.
I was just going to say, don't think that people ain't going to be watching anyway, because Aaron Judge and whatever's going on right now anyway.
100%. And Aaron Judge, what is he at? 46 now? 46. And what I say, 61's a no-brainer. And Aaron Barcott and his Yankees, shout out AB.
Why does the 61 matter though? Because it's the Yankee 61? Is that
the Yankee 61? Yeah.
Why are they special? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody talking about the Mariners 56 or whatever.
Well, in all retrospect, in all aspects of it too, Judge is still on pace. Well, in a way on pace with Bonds right now as well.
Oh, right.
Through 108 games, 45 and 50. But Bonds is going to get intentionally walked a lot of those times throughout the last 50 games of the year. So I don't think they're going to intentionally walk Judge as many times as they've done Bonds. We've talked about this already.
Yeah, no.
So I still think that Judge still has that opportunity to get to the 73 or whatever. But I mean, I
walked him yesterday though.
Yeah, but I mean, the 61's a no-brainer. Like 50 games, 20 homers.
I mean, at the pace he's going, I mean, I don't think he would have a problem. But with 50 games to go, you would think that he can get on a little bit of a run. And as long as that lineup is protecting him, man, you got to have some other bats out there that's protecting him, because the way it's looking right now, he's seeing the ball good. And I was I was reading another article about how people are, you know, how they always dumb stuff about Major League Baseball. You got to have little nuances. The sound off of Aaron Judge's bat is different from everybody else's they ever heard.
Just like the sound off Julio's bat, baby. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, right. You mean if I had a little sound clip, I'd tell you. I'd hear it. I'd let you hear it.
Look, don't worry, people. We step in the game. We're gonna have all kind of electric, you know what I mean, sounds and shenanigans popping off right here at some place, man. But look though, we're gonna close. We'll close with Tatis, but check out this damn AL Central. Damn, is about to how it's about to shape up or could shape up.
Man,
who did we pick? Do you remember who I picked? I tried to think about it.
I want to say you picked Minnesota.
Yeah, there we go.
I picked, and it was hands down. I was all over the White Sox again for the second year in a row. And these motherfuckers are trash, bro. So you got Cleveland shout out Rudy and his $36 million payroll. Hey,
he always complaining
games right now.
They know how to do it. Whatever it is he be complaining about, they know how to work it. They on some Oakland A's type shit. Because they
really are.
They know
really
how to
are
work
right
it.
now.
I mean,
and they're getting it in. So Minnesota's up, or Cleveland's up by 1.5 over Minnesota and 3.5 over the White Sox.
Yeah.
I mean, Cleveland is the team right now. They're playing well. They have the good starting rotation. I mean, they lost today against Toronto, but they only lost 2-1.
Right.
I mean, you know, they're waiting for their guys. They put it together, like you said, Moneyball. They're in the Moneyball situation.
Yeah, they're just trying to find some guys out there that can play, and that's when you find out what your farm system. Certain teams like that, they find out what their farm system look like. Now, we talk about all the time about how the fan feels about that, and we've documented that. That's one thing. But that's how you find those nuggets. That's where you find that Julio at, because he's getting playing time on the big club. But yeah, I know I was hoping I said Minnesota, because I still would ride them in this situation right now. I like the lineup. You know what I'm saying? Arraez is batting the number one bat, you know, in baseball. You know what I'm saying? He'll win the batting title probably, as long as he just holds on tight. You know what I'm saying? Polanco is okay, he's solid. You know, and then you got your boy Buxton, and they ain't got no pitching though. That's the only problem that I worry about with those guys. It don't seem like they got enough pitching to be able to keep anybody from scoring. And if the bats go cold, I don't know. But if you look at what the division is, it could be anything. So I would still take that horse going into the playoffs over the White Sox tragedy, and you know what I'm saying, and what could be happening with Cleveland could have one of those, you know what I'm saying, they could be on some, you know what I'm saying, major league wild thing, you know what I'm saying, you make my heart sing right
could
now.
Be,
you know what I'm saying,
Guardians first year, and they make a move into the playoffs. You never know.
You never know.
You want to hear a wild stat real quick? I don't know if you've seen this yet or not.
Go.
About the Chicago White Sox. So one day ago, they were 56-56, 500, right? First half of 2022, 46-46. Second half so far, 10-10. Last 70 games, 35-35. Last 80 games,
40-40.
Yes, sir. And last 100.
Let me guess. 50-50.
500 team in the last 100 games, almost to the T, brah. How wild is that?
Man, I'm telling you,
man. They're not making it. My money's on Cleveland.
No. Yeah.
All right, bro. You want to hit this T stuff real quick and then close it out?
Yeah, how you feel about it, man? I mean, you know how I feel.
This fool. You've talked about this fool, man.
I told you.
You've been hanging out with Robinson Cano too much? I don't know. What's going on with that?
Yo, look. When the big homie Manny Machado wanted to put hands on him, I already knew who the real guy was. I knew who the real guy was, even though he came after. I knew who the real guy was that day when I saw that interaction in the dugout. When we go back to a year ago, when Machado yoked him up for, if I'm not mistaken, for not running out a ball.
Yeah.
And he said, we got to play baseball around here. And the whole Padres squad was holding them back from each other in the dugout. And I chose sides that day, and I chose the Manny Machado side, mainly because, number one, he's a former Dodger, even though he was a signee. It's all good. I just got love for him. And I just think that he's right about this whole situation.
He's a player.
With that guy, I think he's right about that situation. Come to find out, the kid is reckless and out here living a life, gets injured. Now, while he's out here supposedly doing rehab for his injury, he gets injured again. Okay, and then in order to make sure he's trying to get back, let's get right. Let's get right. I got to make sure I get back. He didn't know how the cycles go and how testing was going to go when you're on the rehab. This is the stuff that always, if you're going to cheat, I would think that you should never be surprised by a test. And I've heard plenty of athletes say that you are never surprised by a test. You know when a test is. So if you want to behave or if you're going to participate in that type of stuff because you're on the IL, I would need to know before I do it that they can't test me while I'm on IL or something.
Exactly.
Or I'm just not smart. I'm just not smart, bro.
Well, the UFC in USADA, they could test you at any time, no matter what time, right?
Right.
You're always before a fight,
right,
you're
before
on
the
it,
race,
and you could get up at 5 a.m. and have a knock at your door because they always know where you're at. If you go on vacation, you have to tell them where you're going and all that. I can't imagine that the MLB doesn't have a stipulation in place where even though you're injured, because they already know what's going to happen if this, the PEDs are around there or whatever. So they already, he is definitely, like you said, reckless. I mean, did you reference the, that incident with Machado, like you said, the motorcycle accident.
Right. That was when he was injured.
Yeah. And then now not maybe, putting it all together, and now he's getting popped for PEDs and he gets 80 games. 80. Is this, there's lots of questions to this. Right. Remember what happened to Cano? He got popped for 80, and then the next year he got popped for the whole year, and then pretty much now he's done, right? This kid's what, 24, 25 years old, Tatis?
Stupid. On Dairy Queen commercials right there now.
Right. And he's doing all this. So there's a few things to this aspect. The funny part is this motherfucker, Carlos Correa. Well, first of all, let's start with this. The funny part is Carlos Correa from the Houston Astros was asked, now the Minnesota shortstop?
Yep.
Was asked of his thoughts on Tatis. And I quote,
what do you got to say?
Wow. If there's one thing I don't respect, it's a cheater. This motherfucker says, I don't respect a cheater. He just came from the cheating team. So shout out Carlos Correa for being the dumbass of the week, right? Now we talk about a seg of the fucking idiot of the week. This is this dude, right?
Oh man.
All right.
That's a change of heart for your ass though. Now I don't. See, now back in the day, that's one thing. But now I got no respect. Let somebody try to cheat, take $500 out the bank in Monopoly. I'm coming after him. We coming in hot. But back in the day,
it doesn't sound like his teammates really have his back at all either. I think Machado was on record, Clevenger was on record, and then they talked to a couple other people that I didn't read the response yet because we're doing the show, but it just came out earlier today. That's going to turn
out to be a bad deal for them.
And they're just talking about how he needs to grow up and all this. Even the GM came out and said, we put all this money into him and we were hoping that, he would understand that this is a business and, he needs to be able to, be a leader and all that. And he's even questioning his decision now.
Yeah.
So this is weird.
Yeah.
Now this all ties into one other question I have for you, homie. Do you think that the Padres knew about this a week ago before the trade for Soto and Bell?
100%.
I
1,000%.
1,000% agree too.
1,000%. Even though
no
that's not even
doubt in my mind that they knew that
because it's a trade out. It's a trade out. They already knew competitively they're gonna have a problem, right? So now they just have to figure out the money situation because, okay, ask yourself this: who's ever had a PED suspension and came back? You know what I'm saying? Who's had a PED suspension, 80 games or plus, and came back on that shit and like, oh, what? Y'all thought I was on PEDs? I do this shit all day.
Right. Ooh. And I come back. No, there's Mariners. The Mariners have had 2 or 3 people get suspended like that, a couple pitchers or whatever. And I don't remember. I don't think any of them are still around right now. Robinson Cano's not around.
I'm telling you, nobody comes back after they get popped like, oh, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. That's how you know. That's the beginning. Because even if he does come back and give you a year, you already did the deal with him. It's already registered. The lawyers done already seen it. It's been signed already. So unless there's a contract stipulation in regards to PEDs where they can comp some of their money back, they're already on the line for the bread. Now they're just trying to get better competitively. And I'm glad you said that because it's just a straight swap out. It's a swap out. They're basically the same unit. So at first, when we first thought about it, the potential for Tatis to come back, okay, and then adding Juan Soto to the mixture, maybe the Dodgers might have something to be worried about down the freeway from them.
They weren't worried. They had nothing to be worried about.
Well, even that was some of the hype. Back. Baseball Tonight and all some of these other jokers, they got to have something to say.
2 weeks ago, actually. But yeah.
They got people got to have something to say. You know what I'm saying? So they saying it. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's a little something. Damn San Diego. I see y'all trying to compete. I appreciate it. But clearly, behind the curtain, when you pull that junk back, that ownership was back there cooking, going, oh, hey, we're going to be without. We're going to have to figure this money situation out later. But competitively, if we're going to make these playoffs and get some more of these home games, we got to get somebody back in here right damn now.
The only problem with that trade is that they gave up their shortstop who was playing in place of their young shortstop who was in they called up. They gave up CJ Abrams to get that. However, they have Youngsung or Hyo Kim or whatever his name is now, who's been in the system for a little bit, a veteran. So, I mean, I think they're okay at shortstop either way, and then they could always go out in the free agency market. Mm-hmm. But they did give up that kid, CJ Abrams. But again, they already had that hole plugged and filled because when they brought up Abrams, Kim was on the IL or whatever, and he's a multiple utility player, so he could play anywhere. However, at the same time, now Tatis is gone for the rest of the year, no matter what. Yeah. And how many games next year? Another 40 games. So this 30, dude is again another one of those fucking not played a Major League Baseball game in almost 2 years, or a year and a half. It's like, come on, dude.
These dudes,
and then you got all this money wrapped up in him. Come on, don't let this kid be a failure. He's 24 years old, 25 years old, whatever the hell he is, bro. This is crazy.
I'm not about to go into the details of his contract and start counting his pockets and things like this, but it was announced what his contract is, and it's sizable. Okay. If he could get 70%, right, like he's on disability, for example, I don't know, you pay 70% of your old salary, and you don't have to do nothing. I'm telling you, these kids got that stuff. Kyrie, Kawhi, all these dudes got it. Anthony Davis, they got it figured out on how to get paid without actually performing the task that you're supposed to turn around and do for the paper that they give. This is amazing.
This is wild, bro. All right, let's have a little bit of fun here when we close this out. Let's talk about the best fucking team in baseball. Who is that? Anaz, big homie.
Don't act and PEDs This is funner. Fantasy football #1. I'm telling you, I'm on the hot streak.
First of all, it's fantasy. First of all, it's fantasy baseball, not football.
The fantasy baseball.
Second of all, that's not what I was talking about.
Mark that.
Third of all, it's your Seattle Mariners, baby.
They're hot.
They are hot. And get this. And we talked about this.
Can you tell us why now?
And I'm going to tell you why.
Yes.
Tell the first of all, they have the line. First of all, 33-13 since June 21st, and their bullpen is #1 ERA during that time, 2.27. So the bullpen is keeping them in the game. Starting pitching has been there.
Right. You got to have.
And then now you have Julio back. You have Mitch Haniger back, and you have the silent assassin swinging Sam Haggerty, baby, hitting over 300, and he's in the starting lineup tonight. And I haven't even checked the score yet today because
3-0 your Mariners.
3-0 your
Haggerty sounds like a damn car wax or something.
He's a silent assassin, baby.
Dodgers 10-2, you know what I'm saying, in the top of the fourth.
Are they right now?
It don't stop, bro. It don't stop. It's nonstop. I'm trying to tell you, it's free bread. Today, we are not being led by Triz, though, which is good. We got 3 for 3 from Mookie Betts, 2 for 2 from the Fresh Prince. And out of nowhere,
now your fucking Dodgers want to play in the first 5 innings. Cost us $115 yesterday.
You gotta do it all the time. Gavin Lux, 2 for 2. Max Muncy, 2 for 3. Scored 2 runs, 3 RBIs. Man, hey, look, it is what it is, man. I don't know if the 113 is going to happen because by my general math, that means I need 35 wins out of the next set of games for my prognostication to come through. And as it stands, the Dodgers are 78-33, which makes that 101 games. They have 61 remaining games. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's 111. So yeah, that's 51 remaining games, 50 after this one. So they would have to go 35-15 to hit my 113 lucky number that I gave out in the pregame for MLB. So we'll see how that turns out. We know that Sticks is counting every single hit, every single run, every single dub as we get closer to this 100 wins that he shouted out, prognosticated, you know what I'm saying, rubbed on the damn lamp, the damn crystal ball, the tarot cards.
Get on this run. Go 33. What is it? That 50 games left. Go 40-10 in these next 10. That's easy money right there. 40-10. Well, there's still a couple other ones left, but you know, whatever my math. You know how my math is. I can't do math right now.
114.
Yeah, we just need 38 more, baby. 38 more to get to that 100. 38 more. 38-10.
That's hot.
We just went 33 and what I say? 33-13.
I mean
38-10.
That's hot.
It's feasible, motherfuckers. And you do not want them to hit that hundo because you and Barcott are going to owe me. I don't know what our bet was, but I'll come up with something that there was a side bet. Yeah, there was a side bet. So there's something, you know. But what else you got, homie? Anything else you got to close out the show with before we get out of here?
No. Not really, man. There's all kinds of stupid stuff going on in sports, you know. But I mean, if you want to post game it, I mean, because we could leave it in. Hey, look at this KD situation, bro. This is so stupid, man. Now all of a sudden he said he wants Steve Nash and the GM fired, or he wants out. So in order for him to stay now, first he said he wanted out. Right now, it has been leaked that if you want me to stay, get rid of them.
Yeah, that whole KD and Barcott was hitting me up the other day. He's got something else on the NBA too that we need to discuss when he gets back on. So there's a little spoiler alert for you.
Yeah,
we'll get that whole KD Kyrie situation is wild, bro. Like, I don't understand how they get away with this bullshit. Like, you either play or you don't play. You want to play, you don't play. You fucking don't. You got your money. You have to. I mean, someone's gonna have to pay you one way, but then you're trying to screw over the team that you're going to. But you're also gonna decimate the team that screw over the team you're leaving, decimate the team you go to. So you're gonna be in the same situation when you go. But when you go to the new team, it's ridiculous that these guys get away with all that nonsense bullshit, bro.
Well, I could see if you just said, you know what, G, I just want to live in a certain city. I want to live in city A. You know, I just want to play. Just trade me to city A for whatever reasons, because I'm building a house out there, whatever the case may be, right? And that's it. These dudes can play for every team, man.
Right, you just keep moving.
I mean, I'm not mad at that part. That part I'm not mad at, because if you play in the league long enough and you're fortunate, like LeBron and Kevin Durant, some of these dudes who've got mad money and all the accolades, you know what I'm saying, and then switched a bunch of different teams, moved them a few times. So the mindset is different. I'm not off. Go ahead, make all the teams you want. Make all the conjured up teams you want. That's great. I love it. I want to see if the story works out. And I also want to see the story bomb. Okay. I probably want to see the story bomb more than I want to see it work out. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime the Lakers have tried it don't work. Okay. So I always root against those things. So, but I don't care about the player playing where he wants to play and trying to cook up these situations. Cook it up, but still shut the hell up. Get on the court and put the ball in the hoop, and then let's play. Decide what team you're going to go to and do that. But see what the cross is. Now you have ownership in here with people he hired, and those are supposed to be his mans. He hired them to do the job. Now you're coming to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the damn supervisor, and you're coming to me about somebody else who I told to tell you to go to work.
Well, and the thing is, like I said, the thing is that they go here on a contract, quote unquote, and get all this money. And then they play for a year or two, and they're like, still have 5 years on their contract or whatever it is.
Because two more people got close to what you got, or a little bit more.
Yeah, and now you want to go somewhere else because this isn't the right fit for you, blah, blah, blah. But you already built your team and said, hey, I want to come here with these players.
Hopefully.
And all of a sudden they don't want to play. And then now, I mean, it's just a big drama-filled bullshit. Like, whatever. Go play a fucking basketball game and do your
on whatever
job.
Team. Go to the Knicks. Go to the Suns. Go to whatever. Just so
he'd probably be better off going somewhere like you said. Exactly. Where do you want to live? Okay, just I want to live in Houston. Go to fucking Houston. Live there and play with a bunch of guys who want to play basketball.
Exactly. I don't want to hear shit else about it. Pick where you want to go, and I don't want to hear shit else about it. Play ball.
Play ball. 100%. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. Subscribe, rate, and review on whatever podcast platform you listen to. Go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. Check us out on YouTube, Sports Fix with Sticks and Announce Big Homie. Subscribe and smash that like button. Follow us on Twitter. Join the conversation. Use the hashtag Sticks and Sports. Follow me at Sticks015. Follow this guy, Announce Big Homie, at homie_anonymous. Thank you all for listening. Looking forward to speaking with you. We have a lot more coming up next week for sure. What you got, big dog?
Man, you know the brand, you know the name, you know the title. Sports Fix with Sticks, the Anonymous Big Homie. This is Funner. Smooth. Was that still over like 2 hours? Well, I know.
Fuck, hour and 38.
Oh, because I forgot we didn't start at 3. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's 4. Cool. That's beautiful. That had flow to it, bro.
Yeah, hour 38. So, right around there. Anyways, I think we started at 4, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not too bad. Now I got to catch up on the
Look at you.
Mariners.
Okay, I was just watching GameCast situations of Seahawks losing, but there's nothing. I didn't see anything worth paying attention to with
What do
any
we got
stats.
now? I gotta pull up.
Get the fuck down there. Oh, no scores.
Let's see. Shit. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. They scored 10 in the second. I didn't. Yeah, I think it was. Let's see, who was it? It was Gino walk in. Trubisky, quick work, touchdown, and sit down. Good for you. There's a couple of teams, man, that might be like Chicago. I mean, yeah. Like I said, we don't know what Trey Lance is. We didn't even, but see, that's what I'm saying. We got to talk about year two quarterbacks.
Yeah, put that on the notes.
And year two quarterbacks, rookie quarterbacks, which I don't think there's a lot to talk about rookie quarterbacks, but you can throw them in. But yeah, no, I definitely have it down here. Year two quarterbacks, review. If we wanted to, like I said, it's stuff we could do, like a quarterback, our quarterback top 10s just for funds. This is all kind of stuff that we could do now that the season's on. We can start filling this shit in now. You know what I mean? Because once we get going and they start dominating the newsreel again, it literally will be a whatever funny jump off, and then MLB until the World Series is over. And
what the fuck happened in the Mariners game?
I didn't even check back at that. Why? What happened?
The Texas just fucking tied it up 3-3. What the fuck? I got excited for a second. What the hell's going
on? Who's pitching today?
Marco.
Yeah, I should have known.
Yeah, don't get me started. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt there. Suarez, Haggerty. Where's the fucking
1 for 3 for Julio with a run scored? That's a good job done by a leadoff. France. That's still a little early to tell.
Yeah,
he giving up a lot of hits though. The middle part of the lineup, the dude, Garcia.
Garcia's a beast, and Heim's a beast. Heim kills the Mariners. I swear this dude's hitting. I swear this dude's hitting like 700 against the Mariners. I ain't even a lie. I swear he's hitting like 700 against the Mariners. It was just a bottom of 4. Oh, they just scored again. Fuck. All right, Doug, I got to figure this out. I got to see if I can find this game on TV. Supposedly it's supposed to be on Fox. However.
Oh, local? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. No. They switched. Remember, they switched. All Seahawks is now a different channel. It's like CBS or ABC or NBC, one of those. It's exclusive carrier. I remember they announced that. I think it's
whatever I'm trying to stream right now has the Seahawks on Fox, but not the Fox. The Mariners aren't on the Fox of whatever the Fox is.
Oh, that must be the road feed.
Yeah, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I gotta try to find this. If not, I'll just turn on Rick Riz. Rick Riz has been the man lately. It's my go-to.
Ain't nothing wrong with listening to it. I do that shit anytime. That shit sometime even better.
Yeah, can't go wrong with Rick Riz, baby. Shout out. All right, brother. Well, we'll chat.
I'm gonna be in here standing up for 10 minutes before I can fucking have the courage to walk down the fucking stairs.
Yeah, make sure you hold on tight, bro.
I'll sit down and slide like a